Hold up. Wait a minute. Bruh. Did you hit the like button? Drop some rabbits in the chat. Let's go.
Hit that like. Hit that like. Welcome to the chat. Let's chit chat. Hit chat. Hit that like. Hit that like. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Drop some rabbits. Drop some rabbits. Drop them. Drop them. Drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Drop some rabbits. Drop them. Drop them. Drop them. Drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. If you want the tea, come see me. Rabbit hole is the place to be for real news, not fake news. Celebrity news, breaking news around the clock. Real talk, best on the block. I rock, I rock, I rock, I rock. Real talk, best on the block. I rock, I rock. Hit that like, hit that like. Welcome to the chat. Let's chit chat, chit chat. Hit that like, hit that like. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop them, drop them, drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop them, drop them, drop them, drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. True crime is my specialty. Exposing the industry. Unsolved mysteries. Sticking to reality. Fair use commentary. Talking about cults. Trying to get results. Exploring cults. Exploring. Researching. Debunking. Investigating. Being nosy. Super nosy. Being messy. Being shady. Rabbit hole news. That's me. The chick with ADHD. Unmedicated. But quite educated. Hit that like. Hit that like. Welcome to the chat. Let's chit chat. Hit chat. Hit that like. Hit that like. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Drop some rabbits. Drop them. Drop them. Drop them. Drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Drop some rabbits. Drop them. Drop them. Drop them. Drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Hit that like. Hit that like. Let's go. Let's go. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show.
Good morning. Good morning, Hair Messy. Shout out to everybody, guys. Welcome, welcome. Shout out to everybody in the chat. My goodness. Let me make sure I fix my screen so that y'all can see me. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. How do I sound? Do I sound better? Let me know. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. Hi, everybody. Oh, my goodness. Y'all are amazing. I hope you guys are having a great, wonderful day. It is literally the last week of the month, which is crazy work. It's the last week of the month. Oh my God. See, y'all, I try to brush the hair and then the hair rejects the brush. We definitely got to do a touch up on the hair, but I don't want to do it till the summer. Welcome, everybody. I do sound a little bit better. Oh my God, Sister Anonymous. Thank you. So, I saw your comments, my love. Thank you so much. Shout out to everybody. Like I saw Dee there. I saw a bunch of you people there. Shout out to my beautiful, wonderful peoples that watched my America's Next Top Model video last night. So if you have not checked, like Cheek was there. I think Podcast Queen was there. I think Morris was there. Shout out to everybody. If you have not watched it, go watch it. And let me know, what y'all think about that video that I dropped. The crazy part, let me not go off on a tangent. Let me tell you guys what I found out too. The crazy part about America's Next Top Model documentary is that, did you guys know that they didn't even pay the contestants that they interviewed for this documentary? Did y'all know that? I thought this was insane. And I'm not making this up. So this is Adrian Curry. She was a contestant, real quick, before we go off on the rails, okay? Did you guys know that they didn't even pay the girls that did the interviews? But they paid everybody else. They paid Tyra, Nigel, Mrs. J. Emanuel. They paid everybody but the girls that did the interviews. Like, literally, I was like, oh, this is not cool. Watch, listen.
Concerning this Netflix documentary, I just saw a video from Giselle from season 1 of Top Model, and she says that they didn't pay any of the girls. But the rumor is they paid the judges, and they told the girls that if they paid them money, that it might be perceived that they were swaying them to say certain things. And I'm like, same old shit, different day. Nothing changes.
Yep.
Just a bunch of producers using and abusing reality TV contestants. I'm so mad for them. I'm so mad. You know J. Manuel and them are getting their fucking paper for an appearance. Are you kidding me? I didn't miss a thing. They're going to make so much money off this documentary, and they couldn't give a dime to these girls. It's like, dude. Just same shit, different day.
They are trash. So when people are out here defending the judges, guys, I just, shut up. I'm sorry. And I love Mrs. J. And I feel so bad for all the medical stuff that Mrs. J went through. Please note that. But at the same time, Mrs. J is going to be okay. All right. The GoFundMe is there for Mrs. J and also getting paid from this Netflix, while the contestants that went through all the BS that they went through on Top Model aren't going to see a cent from this Netflix documentary. So miss me with that bullshit. I think that documentary is bullshit and people should be more outraged about it. That's how much. And people should be pushing back on Netflix for that shit too. Because how the hell are you going to expose America's Next Top Model and you're exposing all their trauma again, all their trauma, only not to pay them anything? Get out of here. Get out of here. Like this is why we just go watch my America's Next Top Model video that I dropped last night. Like I said, I had a lot of it hasn't gotten a lot of love. I had a lot of fun making it. I felt that it was it was one of those things where it was like I was seeking my soul. And when I said that to you guys, I really meant it. That it took me back to school to where I can actually look at all these modalities and how we see things in psychology. And I mean, I was so here for it. This is the let me see. Um and this is just truly like surface level that I did. I didn't even really feel like I did a real deep dive because I could have gone deeper, but it was really surface level, and I think you guys would enjoy it. But this is the one that I did last night, so go watch it. Hit the like button and share it. Here it is. Hit the like button and share it. America's Next Top Model didn't age well. Reality check Netflix. Tyra Banks toxic, and like I said, I don't think Tyra Banks is the only one that's responsible here. People want to throw her under the bus. No, I want to throw all of them under the bus, even the people that we don't know, that were behind the scenes, that profited and co-signed some of the shit that these girls went through. So no. Anyways, I reject the narrative that Netflix put out there. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it, Elrie. Appreciate it. All right. What are we going to talk about, guys? There's so much going on around the world. And shout out to everybody. One thing I want to say real quick is Baby Bunny's birthday is on the 1st. So people have been hitting me up about the Amazon wish list. I'm loading things up there. Baby Bunny, we also have a P.O. box now. So if you don't want to do the Amazon wish list, that's fine. We have a P.O. box. I should probably have that ready. But just to let you guys know, Baby Bunny she's a girly girl. Okay. Much more of a girly girl than I ever was. She loves dresses, I mean, some of the stuff that Sylvia has got her, like she's still wearing from like Halloween. Sylvia, if you're in the chat, she is a girly girl. She loves dresses. She has red Dorothy heels that I bought her like a year ago and they're just now fitting her. She loves nails. She loves makeup. She is a girly girl. Like complete opposite from her mama. I was more of a tomboy because I think I had to be. I was around a lot of boys growing up. So Baby Bunny is going to be 4 on the 1st. I still remember when I announced my pregnancy on this channel. That's crazy work. Crazy work, man. But I still remember that. And we have to do a live. I haven't done my 5-year live, and maybe I'll do it sometime this weekend because there's so much that I got to share with you guys that I haven't been able to, that hopefully I'll be able to soon. But I wish I could tell you everything that's going on behind the scenes, but I can't right now. So anyways, we have to talk right now. We're going to move on. We have to talk about this cartel situation. Okay. Now I saw yesterday that one of the cartel leaders was killed, right? And I mean, it was really huge trending news. I did not go live on it for many, many reasons. Number one, the media is going to spin what they want to spin from that information. And that's what the media does, right? And so for me, it's like there is this thing where the cartel is dangerous. I'm not taking away from that. But there's a lot of misinformation out there that when tragedy happens, it just breathes this. The cartel doesn't work if the counterparts don't work with it. Okay? Who are the cartel counterparts? You might ask. Think about it. For me, I don't buy this BS of oh, America is trying to stop the trafficking of drugs back and forth. Y'all, let me tell you something. These political leaders are in bed with each other every day from all sides of the border. Okay. So when I tell you that I don't buy this, and that, the other, you have to be really, really understanding of how all of this situation pairs up. It makes for great content, right? Great content. But when you understand how they all work in conjunction with each other, and my friends, there's all kinds of corruptions, right? Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. So I want people to understand that, and I expect that people are going to spin this in the way in which that it's like, well, the cartel's so dangerous. This is why we have to make the borders bigger. And I'm not disagreeing with that. Please note, right? The border, there is an issue. I see this issue both sides, okay? I'm not for ICE. Please note that y'all know how I feel about this. But the thing about the border is that it doesn't matter how high you build this wall, people are still going to come over, right? Whether it's through the wall or through other means, people are going to find a way to come over one way or another, right? For me, I believe that there is a give and take, that if we can make situations so that they're workable. And what I mean by that is that if you have a criminal record, yeah, you really need to be a tax-paying citizen and need to be able to provide. And if you're here for a visit, you should also probably contribute to, everybody else and put your part. I'm all for that. But even what we have going on right now, if you think that a bigger wall is going to stop any of this, no, it doesn't work that way. People get smart. People know how to move around and maneuver things, right? So that's why I tell you guys, don't get married to all the narratives that are put out there about everything, because it's not, and it doesn't matter what outlet you listen to. It truly isn't the truth. It just isn't. A lot of people that have a lot to say about Mexico haven't really been there. They've never lived there, don't have family there, don't understand the culture there, don't get it. They've only gone, maybe if they have gone there, they've gone to Puerto Vallarta, all these touristic areas. Go outside of the tourism. Go see what the people are like. Go live with the people. I've lived in Mexico. Okay. Go see what life is like out there. Go see what the issue is. Go understand, fully understand what is going on out there before forming an opinion. And if your opinion is from Fox News, I'm so sorry. You don't need you what opinion should you have at that point? If your opinion is from Fox News, I am so sorry. Okay? So let's talk about what happened. All right. So El Mencho, that's the name. El Mencho, he is the one of the leaders of what is it? Is it Jalisco? Jalisco. Okay. One known leaders of the Jalisco cartel. All right. So there have been a lot of rumors about this guy, that he had been on the run and stuff like that. There was rumors about potential health conditions that he was facing and stuff like that. And there's been things here and there about this guy and the way he was running. So he is like a drug lord. All right. So I'm gonna try to pull some. Let's see. Let's get some. Not the BBC. Let me go to the New York Times, and even the New York Times, I kind of side eye them too. So Mexico killed El Mencho. What's next for the drug cartel he led? So the death of Nemesio Cervantes dealt a major blow to the new Jalisco Generation Cartel, to the Jalisco Generation Cartel. But few believe it spells the end for the powerful group. Cartel groups have become very military-like, guys. When they attack, I mean, like I said, we were talking about the cartel the other day, and I was telling you guys, the cartel, when we were discussing Nancy Guthrie, and I could be completely wrong unless there's some other agenda. When I have studied cartel crime and organized crime, it always is an agenda or a motive to it. And so when we think of the cartel, we think of like this very small group, probably smoking cigars somewhere hidden, underground tunnels, that type of situation. When in reality, the cartel can dispense a lot of other affiliates, right? So it's the cartel, and then you have your other affiliates that are, by proxy, either negotiating with or doing business with. Sometimes these are in forms of gang members too. A gang member can have an affiliation to various other cartels, right? So this is why the organized crime stuff is very important for us to kind of understand the bigger part of it and the complexities of it, right? Sometimes they work in conjunction, sometimes they don't. If you're trying to distribute Coca-Cola, all right, y'all know what I mean, the white stuff. It'd be easier for the cartel to hire a bunch of kids that are, kind of like don't have any parents that supervise them, lost in the system type situation, runaways, this type of thing, to recruit them to do their bidding, right? Because why would you have your leader going out there doing the work that these small foot soldiers should do, right? So it's kind of like that. And so when you are with the cartel in Mexico, you're talking about politics, because some of these individuals have entered into political power and we don't even know it, right? Or we don't even see it. And sometimes we do in that area, and you kind of go with the flow. That's typically how it works. Corruption in Mexico isn't it can be very overt. You kind of know that it's happening, and it's probably happening right in front of you. And if you see somebody there, like, hey man, you would think that this officer would have arrested them or done something. It's not always the case, because they're part of the problem too, right? But when you have a country that is doing what it has to do to, you know, economically provide support, and it's poor, how are you supposed to survive? What other options do you have? And then if you do get an education and you're not part of the cartel, you risk being assassinated or killed. So do I live by the gun? Die by the gun? What do I do? So to me, and this is why I think immigration is also a bigger conversation. You have to understand that people that escape or leave certain situations, it's not always about taking your resources. I get it. The bigger picture is, oh, you're taking from the economy, right? We want people to put back into the economy. But please note, sometimes you're running away from situations like that. So do I stay there with my entire family and then wait for conditions to improve? Risk being kidnapped as a woman, raped, violated? Or do I leave and try to become a taxpayer over here and do what I have to do? And that might mean that I have to jump over a couple borders to do it. Do I do it the right way? Wait 5, 6, 7 years, 10 years for a visa to be approved so I can change my life for me and my family? Or do I jump a border when I can just, cross the Rio Grande and the desert and all of this? And until it actually happens to you, some of you guys wouldn't even understand what that is. It goes deeper than voting, this side or this side. You got to live the life, right? You can report the news. But until you actually see it and live it, it's a whole different animal, guys. It really is. And I bet you, if you had a gun pointing at you, half of you guys would jump over that border too, with your family, right on your back, in hopes that you get something better here, in hopes to contribute to this economy and make it better. A lot of people did. That's how a lot of us got here, just so people are aware. Some of y'all wouldn't even acknowledge it. That's how a lot of us got here. Okay? But some of us, especially in the Latino side, we're too damn far removed from that, because it might have not been your grandmother or your mother or your father or whatever. It was probably, I don't know, a cousin of a grandmother of a grandmother from another generation that you probably don't even remember. Okay? So it's deep. Yeah, Morris, I'd be gone too. Don't think, right? I'd be gone too. So when I hear people talk about this, it's not this, even the way I'm putting it, it's not as black as white, guys. It really is. So the New York Times writes one of the most powerful drug lords has been killed. But the question remains whether his death will destroy the organization he built, which slings Coca Cola, meth, and other drugs from Mexico to the United States as far as Australia. Okay? Look at this. As far as Australia, you're talking about, I don't know, oceans, water in between. So you mean to tell me that this just happens to be just some individuals that are here that are the bad guys? How do you get from one point to the next point across the ocean if you don't have any kind of political influence in this? How do you not make this into a political situation when you know that the reason who approves this and who signs this, who thrives in this? The medical industry thrives in people being sick, right? So many years, and we still don't have a cure for cancer, for AIDS, and all this other shit, but we have everything else, right? Ain't that kind of weird? I also think population control is a thing, y'all. I'm just saying. Intentionally keeping us sick, poisoning our waters, putting one of the scenes, I think it's is it Boys in the Hood? It is Boys in the Hood. And even though, I know it's a movie and everything, but there is something, I can't remember what actor it was. I think he just recently passed away. I could be wrong. But he made this is a very true picture of this, where in one corner you have the liquor store, and then in the next corner you have the what is it? The clinics, then you have the church, kind of all in the same vicinity, right? It's almost like a message that they're trying to put out there for y'all. Okay? Very much control of that. All right? Nothing is ever just because, guys. There's a purpose for everything. That scene from Boys in the Hood just kind of lives with me because I remember that, and I remember, as a kid, I mean, I when you live in those areas, you kind of understand. Right? You understand the meaning. You understand what it means. Like people go drink, they go to church, somebody gets pregnant, go over there, right? Like you do what you got to do. There's something there. There's something there. All right. But anyways, and that scene, by the way, lives rent free in my head too. It always plays my head. It reminds me of a lot of this. Okay. Control. Mexican security forces kill the drug lord, El Mencho Cervantes, known as El Mencho, the leader of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel on Sunday. Almost immediately, Guadalajara, Mexico's third largest city and capital of Jalisco states, was plunged into chaos. They're literally shooting up the airport, just so people are aware. There's been so many different things that have been happening. As the cartel retaliated with violence spreading to cities and beach resorts across Mexico as gunmen torch stores and banks, all right? The places that people are just making businesses, highways. The cartel survival now depends on how quickly it can appoint a successor and close ranks, or it could fragment as internal factions fight for power. Another question is whether Mexican government can sustain a war on two fronts. Do you think that the Mexican government can sustain a war on two fronts? It is also waging a bloody battle against the Sinaloa cartel, the Jalisco's group, other group. The Jalisco New Generation Cartel is a vast criminal enterprise that traffics drugs around the world, but also grows avocados. Look at this. They traffic drugs, but you got to have your avocados. Those avocados get expensive, but where do they come from? They're probably right next door where a lot of this drug stuff is happening. Okay. All right. But also grows avocados, smuggles immigrants into the United States from as far as China, and is involved in illegal gold mining across South America. Do you see how many pockets we have here? And you mean to tell me that none of these political individuals are involved in this? This is undoubtedly the most important blow that has been dealt to drug trafficking in Mexico since drug trafficking existed in Mexico. Eduardo Guerrero, a former Mexican security official and expert on the country's drug group. Never in Mexico has there been an organization with the presence, territorial control, or political penetration that the Jalisco New Generation Cartel has. Guerrero added the cartels we had in Mexico were more regional in nature. But few analysts think this is the end of the cartel. It's not. It's not. So, El Mencho was born from the ruins of another drug group, Millennial Cartel, which disintegrated into the infighting after its leadership was captured and killed. So in 2009, that leader had emerged from victorious and spun off his forces to form the Jalisco Cartel. Man, this is his hometown. This is kind of, if you get out of the what is it, the tourist areas, because some of the people, what is it Frontier where you could just fly to Los Cabos? Yeah, Frontier where you can fly to Los Cabos, right? So get out of the tourist areas, except if you're not like, I wouldn't recommend that people just, you know, first of all, don't fly to Mexico right now because people are hitting me up. I do have family members that are contacting me, asking me, telling me what's going on and giving me updates. I get it. And they're telling people don't fly to Mexico right now. Okay. If you're like, I booked my vacation to Los Cabos, don't go. Don't go. For what? It's not a good place to go to right now. It's very dangerous, I think. And I'm not fluffing. I mean, I'm just telling y'all, don't go. There's stuff going on right now that we aren't able to fix right now. All right. So people don't go. That's coming from people that I know that are telling me to tell them not to go. If you get out of Los Cabos, this to me is like a familiar scene. This is somebody's hometown right here. You see kind of like the palm trees, and the trees is very green, beautiful. Mexico is beautiful. It really is. But it's very like when you get out of that tourist area, you really get to see and meet people and see regular life. Go eat tacos, go, do the regular things. But you could don't go over there right now to figure out like what's going on. Why put yourself in that situation? Okay? Why? That's the question. Now hold up. Let me shout out some people because I'm like totally missing some folks. Nebby and Sister Anonymous gifted 5 memberships. Thank you guys. Thank you. Put some hearts in the chat if you've been gifted by Nebby and Anonymous. Sister Anonymous also became a member, renewed your membership. I feel like you were already a member. Maybe you renewed your membership. Thank you. Soul Power Tarot, thank you, my love, so much. Thanks for all that you do, and prayers for all those affected in Mexico. Yes, and prayers for, I got family over there. Yeah, it's not safe. Okay. But when you're kind of like a regular, you don't go out around this time. You kind of stay, right? You stay put. You don't go travel. So that's what my family is telling everybody. Don't travel. Don't be stupid. Don't travel. Go book your ticket somewhere else. Go do something different. Just don't go. Wait until things kind of cool down. And it might take a while, okay, because it's getting kind of dangerous out there. Soul Power, thank you again for this super chat. And Rabbit is right. If you ever travel out of the country, get out of the tourist area and visit the neighborhoods. It really is eye opening. I literally just returned from Mexico 2 weeks ago. Right, Vicky. Shout out to you, Vicky. You literally you get out of the tourist area. First of all, the tourist area is very expensive. It's meant for it to be expensive. It really is. But connect with somebody that's a regular over there. Don't just go out there on your own. Get out of the tourist area and get to know the area. Go to the mercaditos, go to the shopping areas, get to know people if you're there. I just wouldn't travel right now over there. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Yeah. And I truly believe this. If they gave us a cure for cancer, it would affect the pockets of many. Yes, it would. Right? Pharmaceutical companies, medical industries, funeral homes need cancer and other diseases to exist. Everybody needs us to die. Yes, they do. You're right. I agree with that. Yeah. I go there. If I go to Mexico, I might stop by a tourist area, but I rarely go to a tourist area. You go to family. That's what you do. And when you're even you know. It's been a couple years since I've been to Mexico. But of course I have I went to the border not so long ago. I don't really want to talk about that time, but I've done here things in there. We travel and stuff like that. But to the area where my family's at specifically, because they're further down, you go, and I don't wear a lot of makeup. I don't wear jewelry. I don't travel like I'm about to go on vacation to like I don't want people to know that I'm a tourist. That's how I travel when I go to Mexico, because I'm really just about to see family. So why would I travel like I'm a tourist? I just take a couple things here and there, but you don't. You just kind of act like a regular. And typically, because my Spanish is not perfect, believe it or not, even though English is my second language. I get made fun of because of my Spanish. I mean, I think I'm pretty fluid, and I could do very well conversationally, and I get around. I really get around. But you could tell that I haven't been there for a couple years, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. So yes. So it's very much, Mexico's beautiful, but that's what I would tell you guys is get out of that area. And please know, like, I know people are spreading out there, but this is going to stop. This is going to end the cartel. No, I don't think so. I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that's been really aired out there with this footage. It is scary. Guadalajara airport reportedly attacked after cartel leader is killed. Gunmen allegedly taking American tourists hostage. Okay. There you go. God.
No mames. ¿Están bien? Gente corriendo.
Okay. Gente corriendo. People are running. People are running. That's what they're saying. It's very scary. Absolutely.
Del Carmen amongst all the headlines coming out of Mexico right now. Today is Monday, February 23rd. I'm just going to give you my firsthand experiences of what I am encountering in my life here. I've been following all of this really closely, and I'm in a bunch of WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups, all of that, and there is a mixture of information being shared, and I'm trying to filter through it to figure out what is legitimate versus what is just fearful, worry, and also some false information being spread around. Now, the governor of the Quintana Roo, she posted yesterday around 8 p.m. last night saying that everything is business as usual here for today. They were going to keep transportation moving as normal, like all of the public transport. They were also going to keep schools open today. So none of that is being canceled. I feel like that speaks volumes there. There was information being shared that there was some cars set on fire at Central Maya was a popular one being sent around, but I haven't actually seen any photos or videos of it. I have, however, seen people then posting photos of Central Maya being like, all is good here. There's nothing happening at the moment. So it's hard to say what is real, what is just kind of fearful speak, but all I can tell you is, there's people out and about moving. I'm going for my morning walk. My coffee shop was packed this morning. So, but I will keep you updated, follow along. If there's anything official that's posted or if real things are happening, or if we are sheltered in place or things take a turn, I will be posting. I do follow some people that live on the other side of the highway, and they were saying that at their developments last night that they had like either police presence or like their community security presence, like that had recommended them not leaving the property after dark last night. There are two worlds of Playa del Carmen. There is like the Centro tourist like bubble, and then there's the other side of the highway, which is another area of Playa, and it seems to be a couple different vibes. Here in Centro, I live in Centro, it is business as usual. Updates here in Playa del Carmen amongst all the headlines coming out of Mexico right now. Today is Monday, February
Okay, so that should give you guys an idea of what's going on and everything. Mars says it's going to be like this for a while until they can find the next leader, but the cartel will never end. Yeah, the cartel will never end. It won't. There's always groups. There's always one thing after another. And please note, the reason why it's never going to end is because the US benefits from the cartel too. Some of y'all don't want to learn. Y'all don't want to. Some people don't want to accept that, and it's the truth. To me, I don't believe any of the political stuff of like, well, this president's trying to do that. No. Everybody benefits from the cartel. Okay. It's the truth. It's the truth. The cartel will never end. This guy was killed. He was in another cartel, and then he joined this cartel. That's how it is. And when you don't give people other options, other opportunities, right, of life, it's only going to get worse. This is why I say, I'm like, why are we so one way about certain things? We really need to understand that people are just trying to survive and they should be allowed to, right? So it's the truth. The cartel's not going to end. No, it's not. And thank you so much, Mark, for the $4.99. Thank you. Art says, my stepmother lives in Lake Chapala and my dad is buried there. I cannot reach her. Oh, please pray for her safety, for the safety of the people there. Thank you so much. And I'm pretty sure that that's like near Guadalajara. I am so sorry. Yeah, that's like that lake area. It's, ooh, Guadalajara is beautiful, by the way. It's a very beautiful area. I've been there a couple times. I am so sorry, Art, and I hope that you do at least I hope that they reach out to you and they get in contact with you because, it's all very scary overall. After I pick up Baby Bunny, what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably continue coverage on this if we can find kind of maybe more live streams on it while they're out there. I know that there's a lot of Mexican journalists out there that are reporting, and I trust more of the Mexican journalists than I do other reportings. I'm just being honest with you guys because some of the stuff that people be putting out there is truly just to I don't know. I feel like it's driven out of misinformation and scare people, which it's a scary thing. Don't get me wrong, but some stuff it's like, why are y'all saying it like this, or why are you guys doing it this way? Like yesterday, hold up, is this Dan Dix? The situation is bad in Mexico right now. Please pray for us. This was yesterday, y'all.
I should
This is
not
when
be around.
everything
This is Dan Dix here reporting for Press for Truth, coming at you here live in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Just had the military driving past me, and as I understand it, I should not be around anywhere where the police or the military are, because they are the target right now. As you can see, this whole place is like deserted right now because there's burning cars back there, burning cars.
Look at that
right
car.
here, still smoldering, and the situation is incredibly intense. As I'm sure you've already heard, there was a top drug lord cartel member, El Mencho, who has been killed. I believe there was a $15 million bounty on this man's head, and he is now dead. And that has caused this whole situation to pop off. The place looks like an absolute war zone right now, folks. Cartel has been setting up blockades in the streets, stopping cars. A whole bus was set on fire. You've got cartel members who literally look like the military.
Yeah.
These guys are serious.
Yeah.
These guys mean business.
How do you see what I'm saying? You have cartel members that look like the military. Do y'all see what I'm saying? This was not by accident or anything like that. And Art, thank you so much for this, again, super chat. I hope you get in contact with your family, though, and, keep us updated and posted, okay? Let me keep going, y'all.
Costco was set on fire. A hospital was under attack. People running for their lives. There was the Guadalajara airport that was under attack. People literally running all over the place, screaming and crying. The Puerto Vallarta airport as well has had a big scare. A lot of people were evacuated on the tarmac. Had to run out on the runway to get away from the intense situation. And it seems like it's not about to slow down anytime soon. As I understand it, the cartel have announced that they are going to be entering private homes and potentially hotel resorts at 5 p.m. Our time if their demands are not met. So this thing could be just the beginning of what we're seeing here. I mean, the situation is so intense. I've been doing reports from my resort where there was just smoke surrounding all over the place, cars being lit on fire everywhere. And, I've been posting those to my Twitter, Dan Dix PFT. A lot of people have been re-uploading the footage and just saying, look at this footage a tourist got. I'm not a tourist, guys. I'm a journalist. I'm here working, actually. I've been speaking at a conference for the last 5 days, in attendance at this conference. And
he needs to be careful, okay? Because unless you're approved by the cartel to talk about the cartel as a journalist, you need to be careful. I'm just saying. There is a man, I forgot the name of the documentary, man, and that there's a scene in that documentary about Mexico that lives in my head rent free. Anyways, I'll have to go back to it. I'll have to look for that documentary, and I think you guys would really, if I recommend it to you, I'm sure you guys will watch it. But you got to be careful when you're a journalist out there, unless you're approved or something. And you do have journalists that work with the cartel that that they'll be like, yeah, sure, you can hang out with us and stuff like that. I have yet to do it. It's on my to-do list about El Chapo meeting Sean Penn and Kate del Castillo. It's been on my to-do list. I have the script going and everything, but maybe I'll do something and release it this weekend so you guys can watch it and incorporate some of that over there, so I can totally understand. Yeah. And you guys can get a little bit more insight in that. Yeah, you are a target. I wouldn't even have said I'm a journalist publicly, Vicky. I'm like, don't say that. You need permission to speak about them, and him being yeah, and I'm sorry, y'all. I know some of you guys might find that offensive. Gringo is white guy, and that's what you say in Spanish. Like, you're a white guy journalist talking about the cartel. My friend, you need to sit this one out, and probably shouldn't have said that publicly. Okay? I'm letting y'all know, okay? The cartel will approve a journalist, but they need to approve them, okay?
I'm here now documenting on this situation live, and it was a little scary being over there right as I'm starting the video. I had military rolling up on me, and as I understand it, that could often be cartel members. And if it's not, these guys are the guys who are being targeted by the cartel members. So very, very
cartel have military equipment. Okay, should tell you.
Intense situation popping off right here. As I said, go to my Twitter if you want to keep up to date with my my reports on this. Dan Dix PFT. I don't really care if people re-up the footage and get it out, without credit to me. The most important thing is we get the word out about what's happening here, and that the situation is pretty dire. I mean, people are dying. It's rather intense. It's rather scary. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to fly home tomorrow. I'm supposed to get on a plane, but
yes,
as I understand it, the airports are currently shut down. So that may still be the situation tomorrow.
It probably is going to be. Guadalajara is like one of the main airports there. So my family's from Michoacan, right? So we would fly. You fly from Guadalajara, and sometimes the family would pick you up. Like family could pick you up from the airport and stuff like that. But that's a longer route from Guadalajara to Michoacan, like a drive. So, but I've been to Guadalajara several times. I've stayed there as well. It's a beautiful area. Like, it's beautiful area, but there's a lot of tourism there, and so people would need to understand, like Claudia said right here, some cartel were former military members. Yes, very true. They have some level of training and stuff like that over that. So definitely, let me hit play on this.
So stay tuned for my coverage. I might be stuck here for a little while. If you guys want to support me, go to pressfortruth.com presfortruth.ca. Make sure you follow me on all the major platforms that I'm posting on. And if you want to financially support my efforts to cover this, you can go to presfortruth.ca/donate. But again, the most important thing right now is just to share this information. You're not going to get a lot of this probably from the mainstream
No, you're not.
media, and I'm here on the grounds. So I will do my best to bring you the truth of what's happening here.
Look at, let me show you guys what he's doing too. You see what's behind him? I don't know if you guys can see that there's like the white car right there, right? There's a farmacia right there. So there's a pharmacy right there. And I bet you you could just get all kinds of medication there too. It says farmacia, and typically the farmacia will have like the little red cross right there. And you see the title right there. That's interesting. Everybody gets their pharmaceuticals from there too.
I just wanted to give you this quick little update, guys. Stay tuned for more. This is Dan Dix reporting for Press for Truth.
Yeah. He needs to be careful. I mean, that's great that he's bringing awareness here. Let me follow real quick. He needs to be careful because, like I said, I wouldn't even be saying things publicly. Now, we just had somebody arrested. I just have breaking news. Hold up. There's some breaking news before I move on. Peter, is it Mandelson? The former European Commissioner for Trade has been arrested, and I think it's related to Epstein, just so people are aware. Files related to Mandelson appointed as ambassador. Peter arrested on suspicion of misconduct. The same thing that the Prince Andrew was arrested on. He's been arrested too, just so people are aware. Yeah, it's breaking right now. Literally breaking right now. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. Sky News is on it too. Everybody's on it. So more Epstein related arrests. Okay, now let me jump into here because I want to see. I had not seen this video right here. And let me
My flight has also been canceled.
Look at this. All the tourists are outside. Don't go to Mexico right now. Look at this. You can tell that can you tell that they're all tourists? Do you see what I'm saying? Sometimes, like when you've been to Mexico a couple times, you got family there, you don't look like this. I try not to look like a tourist, okay? You see these people, okay? They look like tourists. So that people are aware, all right?
That is the lineup at the concierge desk here at the hotel. People are waiting for hours and hours and hours. Obviously, a whole bunch of flights have been canceled. There is a massive, massive backlog at the airport. And as you can see, there were dozens and dozens of people there waiting in line for hours and hours. I'm going to have to see if I can rebook the room at this hotel as well, because my room has also, my flight has also been canceled, and there's no word of when I may be able to fly out here. Could be a day, it could be a week. I have absolutely no idea. So we are currently, my wife is waiting in the line. I'm going to try to figure it out.
Oh, this is scary.
And I'm going to try to continue to do as much coverage as I can. I've got some interviews lined up that I'm going to go do right now. But please stay tuned for the coverage, guys. If you do appreciate this. We've got a lot of brand new expenses popping up. So if anybody wants to pitch in to support my efforts to be here to cover this, you can go to presfortruth.ca/donate. But the best thing to do.
Oh, sorry, I'm muted. Ms. Dizzle, I don't even think it's safe to drive back. Because I think that if you're talking about military and they're attacking the military, they're going to be where the military's at. Where's the military at? In the checkpoints. So it probably wouldn't even be safe for anybody to do anything at this point. They really need to just stay put until it's all cleared. If the cartel is attacking the military and then they're dressed like military, probably not safe to just drive out of there. You literally need to be, because they're at the checkpoints. You need to be in shelter. That's where you should be. You shouldn't even be going out at this point. I wouldn't. So yeah, stay put. They're attacking the military. So military, a lot of the Mexican military is typically at the checkpoints when you're driving from like state to state and stuff like that. So I would probably just stay put. Morris says, did you see the recorded call of him cussing out the sheriff in Mexico or whatever they're called? Sorry, no. This guy right here was cussing out the military. Morris, let me know. Was he cussing out the military? I didn't see it. No clue.
It's just to share the videos, and stay tuned for more coverage coming soon. I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but it's potentially going to be a while. Pray for me as well, guys. Thanks.
So, and yeah, I mean, he's got every right to feel the way that he does. I would stay put. I mean, it's just not safe. What is this? Dan Dix provides coverage. What is this? Oh, is he out there? InfoWars. Is that his channel? This was an hour ago. Okay, hold up now.
Some of the most beautiful beaches and water.
Oh, God. Is that who I think it is? His voice. Oh, God, I can't. I don't like that guy. Hold up. Let me see. So he's sharing Alex. I'm not a fan of Alex Jones, guys. I really am not. But if he's sharing his information and he's out there and he's getting full coverage, I mean, I'm here for it. Hold up.
My first day to actually enjoy the beach after working for the last 5 days, but unfortunately what I walked out to was just a scene of absolute mayhem. There was black smoke everywhere, to the left of me, to the right of me, behind me, multiple cars being torched in the streets, cartels setting up roadblocks, setting buses on fire. Some people who attended the conference I was at had.
So the leader, he was cursing out the sheriff before he died. Oh, I want to hear it. Okay, let me see if I can find it.
Their taxi cab taken over, the driver murdered in front of them, all their luggage burnt up in the car, including their passports. So a lot of people's lives have been flipped upside down and totally turned around. I'm supposed to be on a flight tomorrow, but I just got the cancellation notice in my email now that I will not be flying out tomorrow. So unfortunately, the situation is pretty dire. It's pretty scary. In fact, I went outside of this resort not long ago to shoot a quick little video report. And it was like a desolate wasteland out there, not a soul, not a car, except for burning, smoldering vehicles that I managed to capture footage of. And at that moment, some military men drove by very, very slowly with ski masks. And to be honest, I wasn't sure if this was the actual military or if this was the cartel. And as I understand it, if it is military, they are the targets of the cartel right now, military and police. So nowhere is safe right now. Guadalajara Airport was taken over and attacked. The Puerto Vallarta Airport had an emergency situation. There were hospitals that were being terrified. It's just been rather intense here. I have been told that we need to bunker down here in our resort here in Puerto Vallarta. But I've also heard reports that the cartel was threatening to come into private homes and hotels and resorts if their demands aren't met. So I'm really not sure where this is going to go from here. I've heard in the past in these situations, when it escalates to all-out violence like this, they'll attack the military. Cartel literally have rocket launchers at their disposal, and they will attempt to take out military helicopters in the area. So it remains to be seen what's going to happen. But at this moment, it doesn't feel very safe to be anywhere on the streets here in Puerto Vallarta. I'm going to have to stay on lockdown in this hotel for now, at least.
Yeah, it doesn't feel very safe. Yeah, I don't like Alex Jones. I'm not sharing Alex Jones. Hold up. Now, this girl says, this is as of this morning. Hopefully everything will continue to be okay. So she's in TJ. This girl's in TJ.
The U.S.-Mexican border, Tijuana to San Diego. And I just wanted to let everyone know that there was nothing crazy happening at all. It was business as usual. The businesses were closed because they want to be safe. But yeah, everything looked normal. I think there's a lot of misinformation going around, and everyone is assuming that anybody who's in Mexico is experiencing violence and things like that. And Mexico's a big place. So just wanted to make this so someone can have a first-hand account. And also for anyone wondering about the global entry at the border, that was also open. That was another confusion happening this weekend because they said they were going to close it. But yeah, it's still open. And I'm going to share a video of my drive this morning just so you can.
I think, but she's in TJ. She is literally not too close to the area. You're talking about Tijuana. She's like border. So she's not really too close to the area of Guadalajara. Like, okay.
Let's see. So yeah.
Yeah, like this is TJ right here, guys. She's more, a border and everything. Like that's all. There's nothing going on there because anyways, I just don't think that she's anywhere near the area.
Now by the phone is an American who's now stranded in Puerto Vallarta. Her name is Bree, but she is withholding her last name just for security reasons this morning. Bree, good morning to you. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
Thank you for your time. I'm doing well. And it sounds like better than you this morning. I'm so sorry for everything that you're going through. You were supposed to fly back on Sunday, right? But on your way to the airport, got stuck in a Walmart parking lot where there was security, National Guard. How are you this morning and where are you?
I'm honestly at this point just thankful to be alive. Yesterday was kind of one of the, I would say, probably the scariest moments of my life. We're currently in a hotel in Pital, which is a smaller town kind of up in the hills outside of Puerto, because we were unable to get back towards the city after being in the Walmart parking lot for 6 hours, being guarded by the National Guard.
Just agonizing. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but you've been visiting Puerto Vallarta for 15 years. I think your mom has a condo there. Have you ever seen anything like this in all of your time visiting?
No, we've never seen anything like this. Like you said, we've been visiting for 15 years. She just recently purchased a condo here last year and chose Puerto Vallarta because it's been known as one of the safest places to be here. And yesterday at 8:45, when we noticed that things started happening, was definitely one of the most unsettling things we've ever experienced here.
Yeah.
In the last 24 hours, I mean, you've seen cars lit on fire, heard what might be gunfire. Just describe for us the chaos that you have seen and witnessed firsthand.
I mean, like I said, starting at 8:45 yesterday morning, we were getting ready to leave to go to the airport, and all of a sudden we started seeing smoke in nearby areas, and then we saw the National Guard and the military in the streets, and we decided that we should probably start heading to the airport as soon as we could because we weren't 100% sure what was going on. We got in an Uber, and within about 2 blocks of leaving my mom's condo, we came in contact with masked men in the streets. They had guns. They were ducking behind cars. We watched them pull a bus driver out of his bus and starting it on fire. The heat from the vehicles as our Uber driver tried to get us to safety from these inflamed vehicles is something that I'll just never forget. And, really, I just wanted to thank our Uber driver because he sat with us for 6 hours in the Walmart parking lot, ensured that we were, going to be safe. There was semis on fire blocking the roads. And two, we had contact with the National Guard as we were trying to leave with their machine guns pointed at us, just again, for safety reasons, which I understand, but it's just something that, you don't necessarily come in contact with back at home.
Yeah.
Wow.
And tell me, I know you just mentioned this is something you'll never forget. I mean, how could this not be seared into your memory for forever? Does this change how you think about future trips and returning back to Puerto Vallarta moving forward?
I don't think it'll necessarily change us coming back or not. Like I said, my mom did just buy a condo. We do plan to return. I know that this isn't something necessarily common. I'm from Minnesota, so we just had some stuff happening with ICE back at home. And I feel a little bit safer, honestly, here than I do at home a lot of the time.
Wow.
So again, I think that unfortunately it's just due to this current state of incident going on that I'm not. We do plan to return. My mom is planning to return next month, actually.
Okay. And before I let you go, we know thousands of flights have been canceled into and out of, some of these major Mexican cities because of this. What have you heard from your airline? And will you be able to leave here in the next couple of days, you think?
So initially we were supposed to leave today at 1 o'clock, and now we are currently scheduled. The earliest we could leave is going to be the 27th, so Friday.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now on your phone. And
this damn thing. Can you, News Nation, get on it? Okay. So Morris sent me I think this is a police chief gets scary call from top cartel guy. Okay, hold up.
In 2016, El Mencho, the notoriously violent leader of Jalisco's new generation cartel, was furious after law enforcement began arresting his men and shutting down several of his drug operations. In response, El Mencho called his local police chief's phone and gave him a scary wake-up call.
Delta 1. Hey, ¿quién habla? Mira bien, hijo de tu madre. Soy Mencho, güey. Relaja tu gente a la... Soy Mencho, güey. Relaja tus partidas, si no te voy a partir tu madre, tienes toda tu bola de perros. Te tengo identificados 30 güeyes. Hasta tus perros te voy a matar si no te relajas, güey. ¿Cómo ves? Ya está, señor, ahorita los va. ¿Se me ponen al tiro o tú eres el primero que vas a matar por ellos, León? Señor, usted me conoce, usted sabe que uno no se mete con ustedes para que se pasen de... No, señor, ahorita yo se las doy. Mire, revíremeles a todos los hijos de su... porque todos agarran dinero y son buenos de puercos. No quiero que me apagues este teléfono, después te voy a marcar, güey, a ver si no te relajaron a la... Sí, señor, usted me conoce, usted sabe que hay respeto.
In 2016, El Mencho, the notoriously violent...
I don't think that needs to be translated unless you guys want me to, but it's just a lot of stuff was said there, basically threatening the cop. Do you understand? Y'all see what I'm saying? That's what he does. that's what it does. He ain't scared, you know? Okay. Yeah, it's scary. So for those that were wondering, some of you guys are asking, like, well, where is, because the girl was talking about how she's in Tijuana. She's nowhere near where any of this is happening. So I'm going to show you guys a map, okay? So Guadalajara is over here. This is, I don't know if y'all can see let me make sure you guys can see my mouse. Okay. Guadalajara, where are we at? Guadalajara is over, can y'all see I don't think you guys can see. All right, this is Guadalajara right here. That's Guadalajara, okay? She's in TJ. TJ's all the way up here. She's at the border. So you're not going to see any of everything that's going on. She doesn't. I'm so worried about misinformation. Girl, you're closer. You're out there. You're all the way over there. Guadalajara is all the way down here. Okay? It's like the heart of Mexico where Guadalajara is at. So yeah, she's not going to see anything. She should have just said, well, I don't want misinformation. Would tell the people that you're not actually there near where it's all happening. It's not like they closed the border, guys. So there's that. Like, she's all the way up there. She's closer to like San Diego area over there. Okay. Guadalajara is all the way down here where my mouse is at. I don't know if you guys can see that. So yeah, I know. But yeah, when you're in TJ, you're like practically in the United States. You're like literally there. So yeah, the girl doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. Yeah, I get TJ's is a drive. I mean, I used to go there when I was younger, and you drive there and everything. But like I said, Guadalajara is further down over here. My family is like below that too, so it's all there. We all have them. Yeah, she doesn't know. So, yeah, she's literally in the tourism area, so she's not seeing anything. So it's like, girl, bye. Girl, bye. You're lost. You don't even know. Well, I just want to make sure everything's cool, everything's fine. Yeah, girl, you're like closer to San Diego. Yeah, you don't get it, but okay, do your thing. No, she doesn't get it. Okay. So sorry about that. I had to show you guys. Let me shout out some James. Thank you so much for gifting memberships. If you've been gifted by James, put a heart in the chat. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, James. Yeah, TJ's like Kirkland's best American. I know. People are like, listen. They're like, I went to Mexico and it was so hard. And I'm like, what part of Mexico you went to? I was in TJ and Tijuana. Huh? Go down. Go further down. Go all the way down. Keep going. Oh my God. Did you, Belen? Shout out to you, Belen. Now, of course, you can't help but wonder, okay? Because, you do have, and we're going to transition a little bit here, but I do hope if we get more information about what's going on in Mexico, we'll definitely keep talking and whatnot. But y'all remember that backpack that they found yesterday in the Nancy Guthrie situation, the one that they were bagging? And we were talking about the bagging. Some folks were like, why is she bagging the evidence this way? Well, it looks like the backpack that was found in that search party is not related to her disappearance. I was asking if it looked like the same, but apparently this is what the sheriff said, that it's not related to her disappearance. So the backpack found by a local Arizona search party is not related to Nancy Guthrie's disappearance. This is what Chris Nanos confirmed. Several reports over the weekend claimed that a group of volunteers who gathered in the parking lot of a local Hobby Lobby to search a road not too far from Nancy's home had discovered a backpack. The backpack was quickly handed over to authorities. You guys saw that, they bagged it. The Today Show addressed the reports during their Monday, February 23rd broadcast, confirming that the backpack is not the one authorities were looking for. It looked like it had some reflectors, okay? So there was that. So I guess Nanos let them know. And it says, and I quote, the backpack we could positively now identify it as a backpack that is sold at one place only, that Walmart. Okay, unless they got it from like a Goodwill. That's the thing, right? Like a secondhand store. Or it was gifted to them. I don't know. So we're working with our Walmart managers all across the state to try to find out how many sales there were of the backpack in the last 20 to 30 days, the last 60. So is that how new they think this backpack is? And we can do something with that. We can break it. Maybe we'll find a credit card or a bank card. Maybe we'll find a video of a guy walking in. Okay. In terms of leads and working on getting out there, I think that the investigation is still growing. Yeah, this is what Nano said. I think we're getting closer to identifying some of the other articles and not just the backpack, like the shoes, the pants, and the shirt and the jacket. And further says that he's challenging people that are saying that, they're not really moving fast enough. The technology is moving so fast that it's such a frenzy that they think some of this stuff will resolve itself just in a matter of weeks, months, or maybe a year. Maybe a year? Nanos explained on Friday he admitted the investigation was not going fast enough, and there's still no names the investigators are looking into. It's never fast enough for the sheriffs, Nanos added. I want it like you. Come on, guys, let's go find her. But the reality is that I also know that sometimes things take time. So Nanos saying what he has to say. You said, wow, they might as well just come out and say they don't want to find Nancy. Well, the thing is, too, you said, I know they watch Law and Order. They want everything right away. I just can't believe it. It's a year? A year? That's the question that I don't understand. I'm like, okay, well, like I said, people are worried. I know people say, well, I can't help but wonder if this situation with the cartel is connected to Nancy. No, it's not. No, it's not. I don't think so. I mean, what evidence do we have of that? I know that the cartel has been a hot topic, but it's not related. Now, I want us to go right over to Nick Reiner because there's a press conference.
Process in which we determine whether or not the death penalty should be sought.
Hold up. Let's go back a little bit. How late am I?
Extremely.
Hold up.
A death penalty.
Is this it?
Be provided to defense counsel. The second.
Nick Reiner.
This case is a death penalty eligible case. Along those lines, we take the process in which we determine whether or not the death penalty should be sought extremely seriously, and it goes through a very rigorous process. We will be looking at all aggravating and mitigating circumstances, and we have invited defense counsel to present to us both in writing and orally in a meeting any arguments that they would like to make in consideration for our going forward or not going forward with the death penalty. So that is an ongoing process. We will also, at that point, when we get all this information, it will be subject to not only a rigorous analysis, but many of the most experienced individuals in the DA's office with death penalty experience will be helping me evaluate that information. The third point with dates. Right now, the next date is April 29th for a preliminary hearing setting date. What will happen is that at that date, the judge has said it is 0 of 30 days. That translation, that means that within 30 days of that April 29th date, there will be a preliminary hearing unless additional time is sought by the defense counsel, agreed to by the court, and the defendant agrees to also waive time. One can probably expect that there will be that additional time sought because of the volume of the discovery that will have to be gone through by defense counsel, by the fact that we're still waiting for the coroner's report, and by the fact that if defense counsel wants to seek any additional expert testimony, it will certainly take additional time. So that is the update on this case. Again, as we go through this process, we will provide you with more updates. But thank you very much today. Has Mr. Reiner undergone a mental competency exam? And I won't be answering any questions today. Thank you.
Ooh, wait. So, all right. So the DA has spoken. This is Nick Reiner, guys. Sorry. We had to quickly transition out to Nick Reiner because I wanted to find out what they were saying. Did he say that this is a death penalty case? Did I hear that correctly? I'm so confused.
Defense counsel.
Like,
provided to.
He will be provided defense counsel, so he doesn't have a lawyer. Did he say that this is a death penalty case? I need to understand. Hold up. Nick Reiner, because hold up. I mean, he got done talking. Hold up. I need him to go right up front again because this is really confusing to me. Damn. Wow, look at Nick Reiner, guys. Hold up. Let me show you guys. On camera. So, a death penalty eligible cases. So I think I heard him say that. He said that they're determining that now. Look at, there's his face right here. But they're not sure if they will pursue it. Oh, wow. So, this was their hearing today. Let me see if we can speed it up. And then they had the press conference. Hold up. Oh my goodness.
Calendar dates of April 29th. And is counsel joining that waiver? I do. The court finds that Mr. Reiner has made a knowing and intelligent waiver of his right to a speedy preliminary hearing within 10 court days and 60 calendar days, and that his counsel of record joins in that waiver. Defendant agrees that the next court date of April 29th, 2026 is a 0 of 30 calendar days. The matter is assigned to, for all purposes, by the supervising judge of the criminal master calendar. The matter is assigned to, for all purposes, to Judge Sam Oda in Department 108. Counsel reserve on bail? Yes, sir. It's bail set at no bail. Anything further on this case?
Yes, for the record, Your Honor, people have turned over to the defense the large bulk of discovery. We are still waiting word from the coroner's office that they completed the autopsy report. As soon as we get it, we will turn it over from the defense as well as any other discovery that comes in.
Thank you. Anything further?
Your Honor, I addressed with the court the issue of the outstanding SCTs. We're asking that those be withdrawn at this time.
And those subpoenas, as referenced by the defense, are withdrawn, ordered withdrawn. Thank you. Anything further?
Thank you.
Thank you. Copy, as this is a special circumstances case.
This is a backup. We got one more, or more than one.
Ooh. And then they moved cameras. Okay, so then they went outside. And again, this is Nick Reiner, guys. We covered this case as well. But I wanted to see what the DA... Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here we go. Man, everybody's out there.
Morning, everybody. District Attorney Nathan Hochman will be providing you a few brief remarks, and there will be no questions afterwards.
Good morning. My name is Nathan Hochman. I'm the District Attorney of Los Angeles County. Joining me here is the prosecutor for the case, Habib Balian. I'll give you a couple different update points. First, the case is on track. We have provided the bulk of discovery to defense counsel, and we are now waiting for the coroner's report. When that is provided to the district attorney's office, it will in turn be provided to defense counsel. The second point, this case is a death penalty eligible case. Along those lines, we take the process in which we determine whether or not the death penalty should be sought extremely seriously, and it goes through a very rigorous process. We will be looking at all aggravating and mitigating circumstances, and we have invited defense counsel to present to us both in writing and orally in a meeting any arguments that they would like to make in consideration for our going forward or not going forward with the death penalty. So that is an ongoing process. We will also, at that point, when we get all this information, it will be subject to not only a rigorous analysis, but many of the most experienced individuals in the DA's office with death penalty experience will be helping me evaluate that information. The third point with dates. Right now, the next date is April 29th for a preliminary hearing setting date. What will happen is that at that date, the judge has said it is 0 of 30 days. That translation, that means that within 30 days of that April 29th date, there will be a preliminary hearing unless additional time is sought by defense counsel, agreed to by the court, and the defendant agrees to also waive time.
So just so people are aware, so Nick Reiner today did plead not guilty to the 2 counts of first-degree murder regarding the, again, December 2025 stabbing death of his parents, Rob and Michelle Reiner. So the plea was entered on his behalf by the deputy public defender during the court appearance in Los Angeles, and he remains held without bail. All right. Again, he pled not guilty today.
One can probably expect that there will be that additional time sought because of the volume of the discovery that will have to be gone through by defense counsel, by the fact that we're still waiting for the coroner's report, and by the fact that if defense counsel wants to seek any additional expert testimony, it will certainly take additional time. So that is the update on this case. Again, as we go through this process, we will provide you with more updates, but thank you very much today. And I won't be answering any questions today. Thank you.
He has spoken. Yep. So that was his plea. He entered his plea today, not guilty on both counts. Okay. So not guilty. Like what's going to happen next? I mean, y'all know how trial court goes. Thoughts, opinions. Don't forget that there's on the death penalty is actually off the table. Okay. You said I would find it unlikely for him to get the death penalty due to his mental health issues. Well, is he pleading not guilty due to reasons of insanity? He just said not guilty. And they didn't say anything about reasons of insanity. So I do wonder about that, right? Special circumstances, murder, first degree murder, plus a legally defined aggravating factor that makes the punishment much harsher. Yeah. I mean, it does make you wonder what they're going to put. Are they just going to say, I'm thinking reasons of insanity at this point because of, that's what they're going to plead. It does make you wonder what is up with that situation. Lord have mercy. And I'm looking, oh my God. I have to show you guys some other images of some of the stuff that's happening in Mexico before I head out. You said no, but as far as the determination of sentences, it will plead that, no doubt, right? That's what it sounds like. No, they still don't have, the coroner's report, I think all that information was taken off, right? They initially had, like, at the very least, some information available online. Now they've taken everything out. So they've put I forgot what it's called, a security hold on that. Insanity is determined by the jury. He has to prove the insanity to be given that defense. There you go. Defense is probably going for not guilty due to the change of his meds. I'm thinking that's what it is, but they're still saying that it's eligible for the death penalty. There's that. Okay, look at this, guys. This was yesterday when this Dan Dix was still reporting. Look at the tourist
over there.
Oh shit!
Another one directly behind this resort we're staying at. Pretty much surrounded by this right now. Really intense scene happening here in Puerto Vallarta. Hopefully we're able to get out tomorrow, but the airports are shut down as it is right now. And as I understand it, military may be getting involved soon. Power may be cut very soon. So pray for us, guys. This situation is intense. So I don't know if you can see that, but I can see the flames underneath that black smoke.
These guys, like, yeah, you could tell who's a tourist, y'all. Like, I'd be like, can we just go inside for a minute? Like, why are we sightseeing this shit? I can't deal with that. Y'all hit the like button, please, and thank you. Please, please, please. Yeah, they're like, I tell you, man, the tourists enjoying the vacation. You could tell who's a tourist when they're there. You don't do this. Y'all gotta blend in.
Major
They got the
flames
red.
there.
They got the red cup.
Huge flames everywhere. Another big one over there. Another one directly behind this resort we're staying at. Pretty much surrounded by this right now. Really intense scene happening here in Puerto Vallarta. Hopefully we're able to get out tomorrow, but the airports are shut down.
Look at this guy's over here jogging. He's like, I better get my miles in. I better get my steps in because God forbid that I be locked in there, right? Like, I know the sun tourists are still sunbathing. Look at all the smoke that's coming out from the burnt cars, and they're still on the beach. This is tourist. This is what I mean by people don't like y'all got to blend in when you're out there. Somebody help them because this is not what you do.
As it is right now, and as I understand it, military may be getting involved soon. Power may be cut very soon. So pray for us, guys. The situation's intense. So I don't know if you can see that, but I can see the flames underneath that black smoke.
Hold up.
Major flames there.
Sorry.
Huge plumes there.
So, by the way, not that I'm trolling, but I did leave a comment on girls' freaking thing. I said, you're nowhere near the Guadalajara area. She's over here like, guys, this is TJ at 7 in the morning. And like, girl, you're not like even near the area where everything's going down. They're on vacation. You know what? I don't care if it's you have to go inside. I did just leave a comment saying, girl, you're nowhere near TJ. You're nowhere near Guadalajara. I was like, why are you posting this? I cannot. Are you trying to be dragged or what? Let me stop. I don't know what to say, y'all. Drone footage. Hold up. Look at this. Girl music. This is the drone footage. Look at this. Drone footage shows smoke across the city after the cartel. Look at this. My goodness, man. That's crazy work. All that. Just looks like a bunch of bombing. All those cars that are burning there. It's just like people got to stop playing around. Stop playing around. And in other news too, isn't it like I heard New York City's supposed to get like 20 inches. I hope you guys are staying safe over there. You said, well, if I had a bowl and I could sit at the bar with the bottle of TJ, well, I don't know, man. I won't be doing all that. You said if you're paying for your beach vacay, you're gonna stay there, sip those frozen margaritas until the power turns off, then shake. Listen, all right then, y'all keep playing, and then you wonder why people be doing stupid shit. Oh my god, you said you're gonna pay for that margarita, you're gonna stay there. All right then, you earn that margarita, you stay there. I don't want to hear anything. Americans are like, I'm American, not my problem. Ha ha ha. There you go. Literally. It's too much. It's too much. Hold up. Now, another news. Apparently, y'all getting snowed in over there. That I heard you guys are supposed to get like 20 inches. Save the avocados. Save the guacamole, please. That's what I'm hearing from people. We have 24 inches of snow and still snowing. Oh my God, stay warm. I know my friend was telling me that you guys were supposed to get like 20 to 20 some inches. That's crazy work. Please stay warm. Open the thing so your pipes don't freeze. Yeah. I don't know, man. You said I wouldn't want to be there in all that smoke. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have to put it in the I don't know if Ahmad can share it. Or maybe I haven't updated it. Give me 1 second. I forgot about this. I need to do this. I need to add more stuff. I only added 2 things so far because I was asking Baby Bunny. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can share this with you guys. Create. Okay, wait. Share. I'm putting the link in the chat, guys. Sorry. Just copy and paste it over. Be safe out there. Exactly. 14 people have done. No, it's not funny. I mean, we're just literally laughing at the Americans that are still drinking their margaritas at the ocean. But no, people have died over there. There's a lot of people. I'm pretty sure that the number's not 14. I'm pretty sure it's higher than that at this point. But at the same time, like I said, we're not laughing at the people that died. We're talking about the Americans that are still at the beach. Like nothing is going on.
Everywhere.
Okay. You said you're home. It's been 30 years since all the snow in the whole state. Yeah. Stay warm, please. Stay warm. You said, oh yeah, the P.O. Box address. It's in the Discord. Hold up. I forgot it. It does look bad. Yeah, I mean, the people that are there, we kind of know when, you kind of have to pay attention to the warnings. If they're telling the Americans to stay in shelter, that's what you should be doing. You should be staying in shelter instead of going to the beach, honestly. So people do need to be careful. But I don't know. People are saying that Americans are being kidnapped. Which ones? Who was kidnapped? That's kind of where I would tell you guys where, like, if you're getting that information, who's kidnapping who, please let us know because we haven't heard anything about it. Oh, I heard people putting that in their titles, but I have not heard that anybody's been kidnapped at all at this point. So, yeah. C18 208. Hold up. 208 Greenwood. Give me 1 second. Yeah, you're welcome. No, thank you, Ria. Thank you. I appreciate you. I know I forgot to do it. I need to do it. This is the P.O. Box address. Oh. YouTube won't let me put it in because it thinks that I'm trying to like dox somebody or something. Sorry. Okay. Give me 1 second. See if I can copy it. Yeah, it thinks that I'm trying to like dox people. It won't let me put it in. Hold up. Let me see if I can put it in the chat. Hold up. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, I got a call. I had to mute myself. Okay, I see it. I just put it in the chat. I don't know if you guys can see the address. It won't let me put it on StreamYard because I think that there's a setting here that doesn't let you put what is it? Numbers or stuff like that. Because it doesn't, yeah, this is the P.O. Box. Oh, it's not even letting me pin it. Anyways. You don't see it? It's weird. Anyways. It's all good. This is what I'm going to do. Hold up. I'm going to put it up here real quick. See if I can do a banner. Here you go. Here it is. This is the address. It won't let me put it in the chat. This is the P.O. Box. You guys can hit me up there. Thank you. You said borders make money for them, won't be hit as much. When I cruise and hire a car, I go into the city in hours away teaching my kids cultures. Sounds good. Yeah, I mean, borders a little bit different. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what we were laughing at. So the person that's like 14, we're not dying at the fact that people died. Yes, we're aware. Clearly, it's an issue. But we're literally talking about the fact that people are. I know this is my address for legal purposes, so y'all can send me whatever you want from there. Yeah. Abram, thank you so much. Shout out to Abram. Abram, I showed off the cup yesterday. If I wash it, will anything come off? Let me know. Because I want to use it. But I don't, if it comes off, I don't want to wash it. I don't know. You can't see it. Can you see it as a banner though? Can y'all see this? Can you guys see the banner? It's under my face. Yeah, it's a serious tragedy, but you always got somebody that has to start shit in the chat. It's on the banner. Thank you. All right, cool. Yeah, so I want to what was I gonna say? I kind of want to look at the local reporting and see if we can do a live with the local reporting, but I'm gonna have to gather a lot of links for that, so that might take me a minute. So I might do a live on that, but Baby Bunny's gonna be here, so y'all know I have to kind of be in and out when it's like that. We could report on this and talk a little bit more about the cartel and stuff like that. But like I said, if people are, you know, is there going to be a lot of misinformation? Yes, there's going to be a lot of misinformation. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to say stupid shit about it, or put out, like, I want to know, has there been a journalist, has somebody been kidnapped? Because I haven't seen anything like that. Hold up. And I want to make sure that we're very careful. Americans, let me see if I can pull anything. Have any Americans been killed or kidnapped in Mexico? Maybe it's too soon to tell with this cartel stuff. In Cartel? No, I haven't seen anything recent. Now there are like titles that say American tourists stuck in Mexico. I see that a lot of American tourists are stuck. US citizens in Mexico told to shelter in place after cartel. Now hold up. Now this is in 2023. This is something different. And you have people that are talking about they're waiting things out, but they're not. Nobody's been killed and nobody's been kidnapped. Like I said, we got to be careful when we're reporting on this stuff, because it's, then that's where the misinformation comes.
Omar Casillas. Right now, he's in Guadalajara, Mexico. Omar, thank you so much for hopping on this call. Quite a situation playing out. You went to Mexico for a marathon that ended up being canceled, and now your flight out tomorrow is canceled, and you're having to shelter in place. How are you doing? Can you set the scene for us?
Well, right now it's just, trying to stay relaxed, not nervous, not panic. Just trying to see what I'm going to have to do tomorrow for food. I have enough for today, but as far as tomorrow, I'm not sure yet.
It's scary, man. So like I said, if you have tickets, cancel them. Don't go. Wait it out for a couple months and see how things go. By the way, if you're going to watch my America's Next Top Model doc, make sure that you speed it up. I'm a slow talker. I have to speed myself up to like 1.5 sometimes. So it helps, I think. Just letting y'all know. Speed me up.
I'm just sitting here right now in my apartment, and all I can see is, or hear is ambulances, trucks driving by really fast. So that's really the scenario right now, very uncertain. I'm not sure how I'm going to get back home. I was scheduled to go back tomorrow, but it got canceled. So right now I'm just kind of on notice and trying to see what happens and see how I can get back home.
Right. And there are many people in that area who have similar concerns about getting food and those supplies that you absolutely need. Are there any businesses open? Are you concerned that, some of those supplies may be pretty scant in these hours?
Yes, absolutely. Even after, they canceled the race, it was you could tell that businesses were closing down quickly. Once everything started, I was in the middle of the race when I started getting messages from my family telling me what was going on, and to just head back home to my apartment where I'm renting it. And luckily I was able to get some food before I made it back at a place that was downstairs in the lobby area. But they were getting ready to close themselves too. So I just got a couple of essentials and I just came back, and I've been here ever since. And I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens. And like I said, as I was waiting, I saw what was going on in the Guadalajara airport. And then I got a message that my flight was canceled and they couldn't rebook me. So right now I'm just kind of in limbo and trying to figure out what my next move is going to be.
So the embassy is urging Americans in the area to stay in contact with family and loved ones. Has that been...
Get out of the beach. Stay in the shelter.
A challenge during this time?
No, not right now. And actually, a lot of family has reached out to me, and friends also. Family that's here in Guadalajara and in Mexico, and friends back home, and just to see how I've been doing. So the support has been great. It's a very unfortunate situation. Never thought that I would be in this type of situation. I've never had anything like this happen to me anytime I've traveled to Mexico at any state. So for this to be happening right now is just very unfortunate and very scary and nervous.
Right. You can understand that. So there's been this shelter in place for U.S. citizens in Mexico. Have you been given any other orders, any direct contact from authorities as to what to do next, how long this may last?
No, I have not. They just the state itself is in a red alert.
Wow.
So everything is shut down. Everything is locked down. We received messages through my family that the cartel was letting people know that they were going to start shooting innocent civilians past 2 p.m. So ever since then, before that, I just been locked down, and we're just kind of just waiting it out and seeing what happens. And like I said, trying to see how my next move to get back home is going to be, because I was scheduled to go back tomorrow, but right now I'm not sure when that will be.
Right.
Probably not going to happen. That's for sure. Probably not going to happen. Veronica, thank you so much for becoming a member. Shout out to you, Veronica, and thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate you. You said I had to get a security code on my safe. LOL. Been here for a few months. Love was. Oh, thank you, Veronica. Shout out to you, love. You said Rabbit has the balance of self-awareness to say, yeah, speed me up. I'm a slow talker. Literally, speed me up. I take no offense to it because I speed me up, so I get it. You said it's funny. Well, yeah, like I get it. They can't. Like somebody said in the chat, if I got nothing else to do and all I can drink is a margarita, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, but you might want to stay on shelter. Yes, what I'm saying. So it's when people are laughing and they're saying, like, what are y'all doing? Stay in shelter. Follow advisory, because that's the only way to stay safe. But there are reports out there. It sounds like it's more than 14 people dead at this point. It sounds like it's 25. And some of that might have been like through the fact that they just happened to be in the area and they were killed, whether it's like something went off or they were shot or whatever it was. So people do need to be careful. They need to be careful when you're out there. Don't underestimate things. And again, I haven't heard any valid reports that somebody's been kidnapped or there's been any Americans killed. So I'll wait for that. But maybe we'll do a live where we review all of this and see kind of what makes sense and what doesn't. Okay. All right, guys, I got to go. I got to go pick up Baby Bunny. Shout out to you guys. I'm going to let you guys go. You guys are amazing. I got to get some more coffee and fill her up. Make sure you guys watch my video from last night. Show it some love. Hit the like button. All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. Thank you for those that supported today. I'll see you guys later. Bye.